fire tower's cool, but not as cool as a rundown, burnt out old hotel, right? At least to me. Oh. Here at the trailhead for the Overlook Mountain House. Buddhist temple across the street. Well, it's Wednesday. I took today off. I've been feeling really anxious at work. We are still in the midst of quarantine. I do have my mask on me, just in case. But most of this trail is going to be uphill. It's going to be steep. My inhaler. I think it's rhubarb. Yeah. The parking lot is pretty full, so chance of running into people is pretty high today. But this hotel was built in the 1800s. I do not know if this was the original road to the hotel. I'd like to think that it is. I'll check that and put it on screen now. But this road's pretty steep, so I imagine these horses had to be badasses to get up this hill. These rocks are beautiful. Kind of look like my stretch marks though. Okay, let's move on. This is a lot further than I thought it was. So we are just outside of Woodstock in the Catskills, and this area was really big for vacationing. Like, you think the days before air conditioning, it must have felt so good to come up here, enjoy the woods and the cold air and nature. And this area was, well, it's always been really popular for vacationing, but not so much recently, but definitely in the 1800s. And of course, the 1900s, especially the mid-1900s, you might have seen my videos about the Borscht Belt, especially the Jewish Alps is what they call it, and all the resorts that were in that area that finally saw their demise mostly in the 90s. But, okay, let's keep walking. In case you wonder what I listen to on these hikes, I found this. It's kind of like surfer music. It's covers. So this one's Toxic by Britney Spears. I'll only play you 4 seconds because I want to monetize this. Looks like we're close. I finally see a structure. And also there's nowhere up we can go. There's a mountain that way and a rock over there. That's the end of the... Whoo, don't fall. Definitely evidence of modern building materials. Maybe it was outfitted later on. I hate it when I get to a place and then I'm like, man, I should have looked up way more history. But it looks like the top of this building says 1928 or 1929, which makes this newer. See the metal window frames. There is an antenna up here because, after all, it is a mountain. We've got some basement rooms.
The very first Overlook was a small lodge built in 1833, but it never really took off. A new developer tried again in 1871, erecting a 300-room hotel on the site, but it also never really took off. And then that hotel burned down in 1875. Then another developer rebuilt it again in 1878. Then the Overlook burned down again in 1921. Then yet another developer went to rebuild it again with less flammable materials this time. But after slow progress and unstable finances became a problem, they just gave up and sold the property to New York State. But that wasn't the end of the story. The hotel site suffered another fire in 1970. The concrete mostly withstood the blaze.
That looks heavy. See this wood grain from the molds. It's pretty neat. So most of the places I explore don't have any other people in it. This place has a lot of visitors today. I think one of the things I'm most shocked about is that people are just coming up and looking at it and leaving like really quickly. And there's just so much to look at. There's old construction and new construction. And I like to imagine myself in the space. I imagine a fire in the fireplace. I imagine walking through the door. What did it feel like? I've seen pictures of a patio here. I wonder where that was. All kinds of stuff. It's fun. Anybody want to guess what that went to? You can see what looks to be maybe an old mattress. Some steel cable. All kinds of stuff. Man, there's a ton of cool looking trash. Yes, I just said cool looking trash. Because, you know, that's what I'm into. Looks like an old stock pot. Oh my god, this is too good. So you can imagine the horses coming up this road and dropping off right here in front of the hotel. And this was your grand entrance. But you can imagine they had some kind of decorative little things here. Maybe some foliage in this fountain. Imagine it must have been really neat. So I'm in the back now. Looks like used to be maybe some gardens back here. Must have been really nice. Alright, well I need to get on soon because I don't have a lot of food. But up from the hotel there's this thing called the fire tower, which is where everybody was rushing off to. I wouldn't really mind. It's the Devil's Kitchen. Looks like there's ruins of little staff houses on the way. I say little. It looks bigger than my house. I really don't want to go to the fire tower anymore. I'm tired of going uphill. I don't know why I'm distracted by things that I think are cool, but I love how this, what I've been calling stretch mark rock, fractures. It's pretty neat. So, fire tower is closed. Do not climb. Probably because it is impossible to social distance on those stairs, right? That's alright, I wasn't too interested in going upstairs anyway. Look at this lake. Pretty cool. I can get down with that. But I am ready to get down this mountain. Oh wait, what's that? I'm sure the fire tower's cool, but not as cool as a rundown, burnt out old hotel, right? At least to me. Oh. Alright, well that's going to close this one out. I hope you enjoyed visiting the Overlook Mountain Hotel with me, and see you next time.